Hello, it's Ashley here from Paper and Twine. I am hugely excited today to come on as part of the Alice in Wonderland collaboration hosted by Kathy from Kathy's Favourite Things and Patti from Life with Patti. This was a very popular collaboration to be a part of, I think. I didn't get in first time round, it was full, but sadly somebody had to drop out. I hope that person, I don't know who they are, I hope they're okay, but I am so glad that I've been given this opportunity to take part in this collaboration. I love Alice in Wonderland and have huge happy memories of sitting on my dad's lap when I was little and him reading to me out of a big red hardback book that had got Alice in Wonderland and Alice's Adventures Through the Looking Glass as well. Lovely. So what have I made? Well, for me, one of the things that sticks out is that things that happen to Alice happen when she eats and drinks things. So I have made an eat me box and a drink me bottle. Here is my box, and here is how I have made the box. So sorry if there's a little bit of repetition. For me, Alice in Wonderland is all about the eat me, drink me thing, because things happen when she eats something or drinks something. And I know that I want to make a box and put something in the box to eat. And I've got a little bottle that I want to alter. Isn't this gorgeous? I wish they did a 6x6, because that would be fabulous for what I want to do. But we could bear this in mind. I do have the 12x12 of the Alice from Stamperia. You can see I've used bits of it. Aren't these papers just absolutely gorgeous? Are there any cut aparts? 4x4? No, there's not. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to be using the 12-inch pad, but I might be using something from that, so we'll pop that there. I've also got the vintage Alice 8x8. I have the 12x12 as well, but that's going to be too big. And I might use an image from here and cut down. You see, this would be quite good for the top of my box, I think. And I also have these that I bought from My Creative Spirit. I think they're Scrapmeyer. They were single sheets and they were in the sale. They're about 80p. But I think I want to cut out one of these drink me bottles. It would help if you could see, wouldn't it? And one of these eat me tags. I think I've got 3 of these sheets because I thought they would be useful. So yeah. So I know that I want to make a box, and lots of people have asked me on my channel how I go about making my boxes. People that have received them have said that they like them and that they're quite well made. I do struggle, and I'm going to attempt to make this on camera, but we might all go horribly wrong. So first of all, you need to calculate the size of your paper. Now I know that I want the base of my box to be 5 inches square. This pen isn't going to work. 5 inches. Oh God, let me find a pen that works. My lovely pen that Andrea Turner gifted me along with a notebook has finally given up the ghost and run out. Let's use this red one. I know this works. So I want 5. So that's the base of my box, 5 inches square, and I want 1.5 inches deep, 1.5 by 1.5. So I add these together. So that's 6.5, 7.5, 8. So my base, I need an 8-inch square. Now my lid, I want slightly less deep. So again, it's going to be 5 in the middle, and I think I want it 1 inch. So 1 inch. So that equals 7. So 7-inch top. So I just cut those out for you. You don't need to see me do that. So these are my scraps, and obviously they won't be going to waste. They'll be going in my scrap storage, which I'll be doing a video on very soon if you're interested in that. And so I've got my 7 inch square and my 8 inch square. So 8 is for the base. I have the Ultimate Pro by Crafter's Companion, which I've had a very, very long time, and it's perfect for making boxes. If you don't have this, what you need to do is cut your base slightly smaller than 8 inches and score at 1.5. So it says here, you can't see because it's too big to get in shot, but I'll try and move it in shot. It says here box base. So I butt my card up to the right hand side of the Ultimate Pro, and I find the 1.5 inch track, and I score. All 4 sides. Make sure that you're butted up properly so that you get nice straight lines. And I shall do the same to the lid, but this time I butt it up to the other side, which is the box lid, and this time I'm scoring at 1 inch on all 4 sides. You don't need to see me repeat that process. So now you need to fold and burnish your score lines, and the more attention to detail you pay to this, the better the sides of your box will be. So I like to put my bone folder down flat like this and work from the middle out, and you've got a lovely crisp sharp edge. So repeat that on all 4 sides and do the same to your lid. Don't be overzealous with the burnishing because you might crack your paper, but this is good quality cardstock and doesn't really give me any problems. So what you want to do now is cut some notches to start to construct your box. I'm not the best at cutting straight lines, but use the score line as a guide and carefully cut up to the intersection of your vertical and horizontal. Try not to cross that line, and then just notch away a little bit, and the same on this side. And then I rotate and do the same on all 4 sides, and the more carefully you cut, the better the sides of your box will be. So I've done that to my base and my lid, and now we need to assemble. And again, taking a little bit of care over this will ensure that your box is as you want it to be. So I'm using a wet glue. I suppose you could use a strong tape, but I just prefer a wet glue. And you can see I've put the tabs on, and this is where you need to be careful and just take time over lining up the score of the tab and the corner of the box so that you get a nice crisp corner. Black isn't the best colour to do this in, is it really, to show you? And then you just repeat on all 4 sides. Taking time, taking care, and just repeat with the other tabs. So I've gone ahead and done a couple of things off camera. You don't need to see me cut paper and glue paper onto a box. You all know how to do that. But I just wanted to show you. I would have liked to have used this, but it was too big for the top of my box. So I've got these 4x6 journaling cards, and I used one of these and I cut it down. Where is the one that we used? Oh, there. I cut it down to, I think it was, let me measure it for you. 4 1/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches, and I've gone round the edge with my steel rule and a trusty black Sharpie pen. So yeah, I wanted to use that. I really wanted to use the one from Stamperia because the colours are slightly more vibrant. It's got just a little bit more colour, but it is far too big. And look at the detail in his hat. Absolutely beautiful. And of course you've got all these lovely layers and backgrounds. I do love Stamperia paper. But in the end I used one journaling card, so I have this waist, which I shall use for another project, and then I used 2 sheets from the Vintage Alice 8x8. For the top of the box I've used this blue paper, and I've gone round the edge. It's heavily distressed anyway round the edge here, and I've just gone round the edge to take the white off a little bit with Speckled Egg Distress ink. But this was one of the least favourite papers that I liked on the reverse. I think it's like a circle one. Yeah, it's this one. It was that one, and it's got the kind of damask print on the other side. So out of that piece, I cut a piece 4 3/4 inches square for the top, and 4 pieces 4 3/4 inches by 3/4 of an inch for the sides of the box. But this one's slightly smaller because the strip wasn't quite big enough and I didn't really want to cut into a different orientation. So out of that I've got these pieces left, which won't be going to waste. This strip will be used in one of my grouting cards. We've got a little bit of text here off the journal. I think that's off the journaling card actually, I'm not sure. And yes, oh, that's off another journaling card. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, yes, because I think, yeah, oh, well, anyway, that's waste from that. And then the base of the lid, oh, I know what's happened. The base of the lid, I used the reverse of a journaling card, which is where I got the poem bit from, and I've cut that to 4 inches square, and I've layered with another piece from this main collection. It was this script one here with the crackle bits on it. I just thought those two colours together looked really nice, and that's what I've got left of that piece. It was one that I was less in love with, the Duchess. I'm not so in love with her as a character, but I've got some little bits left that won't be going to waste. So those will all be going in my scrap storage. So we're just going to finish the top of the box off now, and I'm going to decide where I want this. And I've gone ahead and I've cut out of that scrap Maya sheet I showed you the Eat Me label, and I've set a copper coloured eyelet into it, and I've backed it onto one of my smooshed inky backgrounds. I think I'm going to call this acrylic block kissing. That's what I'm going to call it, acrylic block kissing. And it's a case of where we want everything, really. Yes, where indeed. Look at the little dormouse there. I think he's one of my favourite characters. I think we'll put that like that, and then that like that, and then we've got space here. Might do something with, I don't know yet. Or shall I put it a bit more like that? Oh, I don't know. I don't rightly know. No, I think we'll stick it like that. So I'm coming in with my Collab glue because it's a bit stronger. Okay, and I'm going to stick that there like so, and then I think I'm going to do a wax seal, and I think I'm going to do it down here like so. Yes, so what I have here is some silk. It's actually knitting yarn, and I'm going to just do a couple of wraps around like so. One more maybe. Let's get my scissors to cut. I'm sorry this is a long video, but I just thought you might like to see how I make some of my things. And then we're going to tie a knot down here, because this is where the seal is going to go, down in this corner here, I think, like so. Let's move that so that we can see the Mad Hatter's face. In fact, actually, do you know what I need to do? I need to put the biscuits in first. I am a silly girl. I'll be back in a minute. So out of that mixture, I managed to make 46 biscuits. They're all different sizes. And I've just had a couple while they're still warm. They are so delicious, so Moorish, so not good for the waistline. But I haven't decorated the inside of this box because food is going in it. But I suppose at a later date I could decorate the inside if I wanted to. But this would make a fantastic hostess gift. I've just put some parchment paper like so. Excuse any rustling. And we shall pop the lid on. Like so. Just make sure we've got, oh no, you see that's upside down. That was a good job. I checked that, wasn't it? Otherwise our lid would have been on upside down. There's our base. So I don't know whether I'm going to manage to get this back on, but we'll try. If not, I shall use this for something else, and we'll cut some more of the silk. I've had this silk a very long time. It's actually knitting yarn. I don't know whether I've already said that. Oh look, I managed to get it on. I'm going to have it over to the side like so, and I'm just going to try and work this knot so it is down towards the bottom a bit more, because I don't want to cover my image up. I think that like that will probably do. Okay, I'm going to thread a little bit of this through this tag like so, and tie a little knot through it. I could, if I wanted to be, you know, pay more attention to detail, I could perhaps colour this silk. But oh look, I've got that the wrong way. I always do this. I want the nice bit at the front. So there should be a formula to remember. I always think it's from the front, but it's not, is it? It's from the back. Oh look. All fingers and thumbs. There we go. Hopefully this is the right way around this time. Yes. And then just to secure that a little bit more, I like to tie a knot. And obviously be careful because it is paper and it's not brilliant. I could thread a bead on there if I wanted to, but I'm not going to bother today. And I'm going to gather these strands here and pull up and tie another knot. Haven't got that bit through. Come on, Ashley. People are getting impatient. There we go. So we've got another knot there, and I'm going to just trim that bit off like so. So we've got the eat me bit. Now this is where I want to try and do a little wax seal, and I've got my favourite little stamp. This is from Crossfire, and it's a little bunny because I thought it's kind of like the Mad March hair. It's the closest thing I've got, and I'm going to try and do my wax seal there. So let's light my little furnace. Where's my little, here we go. I'm not confident that I've got a lot of wax left in this tea light, but we'll give it a go. And then we're looking for some kind of bluey colour. I keep the matches and use it as a stirrer. So, is that going to be too dark? I'm running out of white. I've been using white to lighten things up. I think I'm going to have to get some more palettes. I've run out of the colours that I really like. I mean, I suppose I could do actually the copper to tie in with, oh, I don't know. Shout at me on screen which one, copper or pale blue. I'm going to go pale blue. So I've got 2 whites and this blue, and we'll see what we get. Put that on there. Yes, there's not a lot of flame left on that. I'm leaving my ends of this knot long at the moment because I shall trim them when I've got my wax seal on there. Oh yes, look, it's gone out. I'm going to melt and come back to you. So there is my little eat me box with the little bunny rabbit wax seal. I've just put the tiniest bit of Pebeo silver gilding wax on it. It's not the best seal, it's kind of bulged a bit over here, but I am liking sort of applying direct to a project rather than on the mat and then gluing it on. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. And these biscuits will keep for at least a week in an airtight container. Yes, I made some last week and they're still going strong. There's a few left, and I've just made these ones fresh for you guys. So apologies, this is quite a long video for a collaboration, but I wanted to show you lots of things. As I say, I'm hugely excited about this and I'm really pleased with this box. Just beautiful, beautiful papers from Craft Box, the Vintage Alice collection. And you saw a sneak peek of the Parmesan shortbreads that are inside. Here is how I made those. I'm going to show you how to make Parmesan shortbread. Once you have made these, you will never go back. They are so quick and simple to make. You need 150 grams of plain or all-purpose flour, 100 grams of softened butter, 75 grams of Parmesan, and an egg yolk. And we're just simply going to combine all of these ingredients to make a dough. So the flour's gone in, and the Parmesan has gone in, and the egg yolk is going in. And I've just got a small spoon to combine these ingredients together. And you're making a dough. I've used salted butter because I like salt, but you could obviously use unsalted butter. And it's starting to come together into like a breadcrumb consistency. And I'm going to do an addition that I haven't done before, but I've got a little bit of rosemary. And a little tip to keep your plants, your herbs fresh, put them in a little jar of water And if you cut the end off, you might even get roots. I have got a little bit of thyme here. I don't know whether you can see, it has got a root. So I'm hoping I'll be able to plant that outside. But I'm just going to snip the tiniest bit of rosemary in. So I'll go for you. These are washed. My hands are clean, by the way, but they're stained with brushes and they're a devil to get out. So I'm just snipping a little bit. If you haven't got fresh rosemary, you could probably use dried, I don't know. But hopefully this will give a nice little tang and we'll get some nice little flecks of green in our biscuit. And that is literally all I'm going to add of that. And we'll continue mixing. I might have to go in with the hands to make it into a dough. In fact, I am going to do that because it is easier. So I'm just going to press it all together. Yes, I'm getting in a right mess here. But it's coming together quite nicely now. Get all this mixture off. This will make, depending on the size of your biscuits, 35 to 40. But I've made these a lot over the years. It is a Nigella Lawson recipe. I can't claim originality. It's from the Nigellissima book, I think it is, which is all about Italy and quick recipes. And you see how quickly this is coming together. I'm just getting all this mixture. I want my bowl to be as clean as possible. There's a little bit of mixture there. But you see how quickly and easy that has come together. Now the next thing, we need some cling film. I'm just going to pause you while I find my cling film. I've got some cling film to one side, but what you want to do with this now is try and shape it into, well, in fact, actually, you need to divide it in two. It's easier to work with. And you're going to shape this into a long, thin sausage, about the size in diameter of a £1 coin, and try and shape the ends of your sausage so that they're flat. And it's very forgiving and very easy to work with. And I'm going to bring in my piece of cling film now. Place this in the cling film, and now I can work it a little bit more easily. These are a little bit big, but you get the idea, and you see the little flecks of rosemary there looking very attractive. And I'm happy with that. I'm going to try and make it a little bit more round, and I'm just twisting the ends of my cling film, patting the sausage so that it's nice and smooth. And then this is going to go in the fridge for about an hour, and I shall do the same with the other portion. And I'll come back to you when the hour is up. So it's been about an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer, and I've had my oven heating up to about 180. And I'm just going to cut these into about 1 centimetre slices. And they're on a baking tray lined with some parchment paper, and they're going to go into the oven for 15 to 20 minutes. I shall set a timer for 14 minutes and then look at them. And here they are out of the oven. They smell divine. And can you see the little flecks of fresh rosemary in there? We need to let these cool before we put them in our box. but I'm very pleased. I gave these 14 minutes, then I checked. I turned my tray around and I gave them another 2 minutes. So they've had 16 minutes, but I do advise checking after 14 minutes. Yeah, so we shall put them in our box in a little while. And it's not Alice without the Cheshire Cat, is it? And here is my very own Cheshire Cat. She's sitting by her new favourite toy, which is this box that the kids have made into a little house for her. And she goes in and out of that door. It's so hilarious. But here's a little bonus shot of Blue. Back to the paper crafting. Did you enjoy the little bonus footage of Blue there, my own little Cheshire Cat? Yeah, she's loving that box, I tell you, it's crazy. My second project that I've made is a little drink me bottle, and here is how I have made it. Hugely happy with this. Yeah, I don't know whether there's something wrong with the glue or I've not done it right, I don't know. I'm not happy with the way the gilding flakes have adhered to the bottle, but it was a little bottle of sloe gin that was in a Christmas stocking a couple of years ago, and I thought, oh, that's a nice bottle, I'll keep hold of that. And you saw me apply the gilding flakes, and I got in a right mess with them. Yes, and my mat is still bearing signs of the tacky glue, despite having little bits of IPA on it. But I've just used a little tiny bit of the Graphic 45 Rare Oddities 8x8 that I have left and really do not like to cut into. But, you know, this is a little artifact that I shall keep on display. And I just don't know what it is. I love this little eye image. And the bottles are kind of, you know, they have like a Victorian aesthetic to me. And of course, Alice is a Victorian girl. And then I used my scalpel, which needs a new blade, to cut out this little bit here to go on the back, because I didn't want to cut into the paper. You know, I want to give myself options with it. And yes, I was going to do it as an arch, but then I like these little circles here. I just thought they were really pretty. And again, the lovely Victorian inspired bottles that I think Alice would be, you know, intrigued by. And I've cut out the Drink Me from the Scrapmeyer sheet, and I've gone around the edge with a black pen, and then I've backed it onto a little piece of one of my backgrounds, and just done a little bit of black soot. It's got an eyelet through it. Put this bulb pin on, this copper bulb pin with a little key that was gifted to me by Zushi Hushi 2, and an A, not only for Ashley, but for Alice. And yeah, as you can see, there are gaps in the gilding, but I quite like that. I think it gives it kind of like an aged look, and I'm hoping that the glue will kind of settle down a bit, and I'll be able to go in and brush a bit more excess gilding flakes off and polish it up so these will really blend in nicely. But I love these Aurora gilding flakes from Cosmic Shimmer. This is well, it's gilding flakes. This is Aurora Lights, and you can see the beautiful mix of colours in there. It's predominantly silver, but then you've got these little bits of Aurora Borealis. So that is me for this week. Thank you to Kathy and Patti. Please go and check out all the other lovely collaborators. I shall link their channels down below in the description box. And I hope you've enjoyed my projects. Please comment down below what you think. I love interacting with you. And if you're new here, very welcome. I hope you come back soon. And I shall be back soon. Take care, everybody. Bye now.